Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are LA.
For 20 years, the Angels and Dodgers have faced off in the Freeway Series.
The right field base hit. Here comes Edmonds. And the Angels beat the Dodgers for the first time in interleague play.
Some of the biggest stars in the game have battled on the field. And with stadiums separated by only 30 miles, fans want bragging rights for their city. In a rivalry that many have seen both sides of, even brothers. But for the next 4 days, the teams will see if the City of Angels is painted halo red or Dodger blue. The 2017 Freeway Series is next.
Halos continue to play good baseball out on the road. They're coming off back-to-back series wins through New York and Boston. And tonight from Dodger Stadium, they kick off the Freeway Series. It's the first of 4 against the Los Angeles Dodgers. We welcome you inside Dodger Stadium and back to Angels baseball on Fox Sports West along with Mark Kubica. I'm Victor Rojas, and we continue to talk about this Angels ball club playing very good baseball, very aggressive baseball. People ask us all the time, how are they doing it? We don't know. We just kind of call the games, and so far it's been pretty fun.
Yeah, Victor, when you think of it, this has been done without Mike Trout in the lineup, too. And you just think how they were able to do it. You know what? They're pretty consistent. They're valiant, and they're very diligent about driving the ball well. No matter who's on the mound, they've had some really good swings. Albert Pujols been leading, and so Simmons has had some big at-bats. But Cameron Maybin from that leadoff spot, not only getting on base, but also hitting the ball out of the ballpark. Cole Calhoun is starting to use the whole field. But I think the big reason why this club has been successful scoring runs is their ability to steal bases. On this road trip so far, 6 stolen bases, a couple there in New York and 4 against Boston. So putting a lot of pressure on the defense, and you're going to need to score runs, especially when you play this Dodger club. They have been on fire. Cody Bellinger, NL Player of the Week 4 times in his last 14 games. He's had a multi-home run game. The Angels have been scoring 6 runs per game so far on this road trip. Probably going to need to do so again tonight.
Dodgers probably the hottest team in baseball, so that lineup for the Angels have to try to figure out. Rich Hill, Ricky Nolasco's on the mound for the Halos. We're going to step away for a moment. The long ball certainly has been prevalent throughout Major League Baseball, not just Bellinger and Seager. Everybody's swinging for the fences. We'll talk about that when we return. For the opener of the Freeway Series from Dodger Stadium, it's a 2-2, 2 here, then 2 back at the Big A. We mentioned going to break the long ball throughout Major League Baseball. Some have even claimed that the baseball is juiced. Whatever it is, baseballs are flying out of the ballpark.
There's no doubt about it. It's the big story around the majors this season. When you think about it, at least one player has hit 2 home runs in a game in 27 straight days. That's an MLB record. When you think of teams, almost 1.27 home runs per game, which is at this point the most in MLB history. So the ball is flying out of the ballpark. You got 11 guys with 20 or more home runs. Only 4 had 20 or more at this date last season. So the baseball is definitely flying. It's a warm day. Got to try to keep it in the ballpark. If we're Ricky Nolasco, if you're the Angels, maybe hit a few or steal some bases.
Every ballpark nowadays is a hitter-friendly ballpark, so it seems. We are just about ready for baseball here in Los Angeles. Sit back, relax. Going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return. Fox Sports West is driven by your Southern California Lexus dealers. Welcome back out to Dodger Stadium, the opener of this Freeway Series. Dodgers have already taken the field, and Rich Hill's ready to go. We'll quickly take a look at Mike Scioscia's lineup for the Angels. Tied for second in the West, 13 games back at 40 and 39. Maben, Calhoun, Pujols, Escobar, Simmons, Maldonado, Espinosa, Young, and Nolasco, of course. National League, the pitcher will bat. Your pick to click tonight, Albert Pujols.
Yeah.
Number 3 spot playing first.
319 career hitter against the Dodgers, 18 home runs, 67 RBI, 9 home runs here at Dodger Stadium. Also has a home run against Rich Hill.
Rich Hill, the 37-year-old left-hander, Boston, Massachusetts native, making his 10th start of the season. 4-3 with a 4.73 ERA. First one tonight. He's in there for a strike.
Rich Hill this season got a 4-3 mark, 4.73 ERA. My go-to is to be successful against Rich Hill. Don't be distracted by his delivery. A lot of arms and legs going. Got to get that baseball. Make him throw strikes. Will walk a lot of batters. Fastball is going to be 87 to 92 range. He'll throw a slider, cut fastball, more cut fastballs this season. Curveball, an occasional changeup.
Cam had an 0-for-5 game last night, or yesterday afternoon in Boston. He's batting .264, behind in the count 0-2. Just gets a piece of it. Count remains at no balls, 2 strikes. .370 on base percentage, 6 home runs, 18 runs batted in. It's the league in stolen bases. Angels
lead the league in stolen bases with 71. Cam has 23 of them. Another warm night in the Southland. 83 degrees at first pitch. Up to the way.
Well, when you look at Rich Hill, he's barely even touching that third base side of the pitching rubber. You know, we always talk about left-handed pitchers on the first base side, maybe in the middle part of the rubber. He's right on that very edge.
Breaking pitch, slow roller toward third. Turner goes to the backhand and dug out by Bellinger at first, one away. Kind of a defensive swing by Cameron. And there's the first out of the game. Take a look at the Dodgers on the defensive side of things. You've got Taylor, Peterson, and Puig in the outfield from left to right. Turner, Hernandez, Utley, and Bellinger from third to first. Grandal behind the plate.
And Turner over at third base. That defensive percentage, fielding percentage has continued to rise for him as he settled in that one position. .983 so far at third base. He's also turned 11 double plays. Nice play on that slow roller from Cameron Maybin. You can see that arm strength he has across the diamond.
First one to Cole. He's up and away. Calhoun yesterday 1 for 3. The Angels picking up the victory yesterday against Boston. 10 hits overall. 4-2 victory. Putting them at 19-23 out on the road this year. 2 balls, no strikes. The Dodgers, on the other hand, mentioned the hottest team in baseball. They've won 10 straight. 51-26. They won 11 straight here at Dodger Stadium. Best home record in baseball. Dave Roberts, second season, manager of the year last year. That's a beatdown right there.
Yeah, that's a lot of home runs for a 10-game stretch.
3-0 count.
When you think about playing those games, majority of them in this ballpark here.
Yeah.
Not known as a home run haven, but it has been this season.
They've hit 44 home runs in the month of June.
That's pretty good, don't you think?
Yeah, it's 20 more than the Angels have. Cole takes up and in. It's a 4-pitch walk. So man on with 1 out and Albert coming to the plate.
And that's part of Rich Hill's issues this season. When coming into the game, 26 walks in 40 innings pitched, 36 hits. On a batting average only 246, but that's a lot of base runners.
He's had to deal with the blister problem. That's why he's limited to 10 starts, this being his 10th start. Very good down the stretch for the Dodgers last year. Hit the free agent market, ended up re-signing with the Dodgers on a 3-year deal. He'll face Albert Pujols. Albert playing first base, takes up and in. 239 average for Albert. He was hitless yesterday. 8 doubles, 11 home runs, 51 runs batted in. Albert now 2,893 career hits, 40th all time. 602 home runs. 1,868 RBIs. He'll lift this one out to shallow right. Puig coming in on it. 2 down.
Albert kind of frustrated on that one. He thought he had a pitch to do some damage. Flipped the bat away after the fly ball to right. Pretty much down the heart of the plate. This got underneath it. See the frustration, especially when you get that good pitch to do some damage. Hill got away with it. Albert just missed it.
So Calhoun at first, 2 outs. It's Yunel Escobar at the plate. Sat out yesterday. Last couple of days because of a sore thumb. Back in the starting lineup. 280 average with 5 home runs and 21 runs batted in. Angels made a move before the game today. They sent out yesterday's hero, Caleb Coward, back down to AAA. A little surprising. Jeffrey Marte called back up.
I think with 3 left-handed starters in this series alone for the Dodgers, reason why Mike Scioscia decided, even though Caleb can hit from the right side also, figure a little more power from the right side. Although Coward really showed a lot, especially with his couple really good swings, including that big RBI late in the game against Kimbrel. Provide that extra run there in the 9th.
I'd imagine with the season that Caleb has had at AAA this year, to kind of keep playing him every single day. It's a bouncer toward first, goes foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Because otherwise you're just sitting, especially first 2 games here with Albert having to play first base. No DH in play. Angels will head back to the Big A. Open a quick homestand Wednesday night, 2 against the Dodgers, then 3 against Seattle before heading back out on the road.
It's good seeing Escobar back in the lineup here today also. A little thumb issue yesterday.
Calhoun on the move. It's a breaking ball down and in. 1-2 and a man in scoring position.
Third stolen base for Cole.
Picked the right pitch to go on.
Going on first movement. No chance at all for Grandal. He's thrown out 41% of base stealers this year. No shot at that one on a slow curve.
One, two. Dribbler up third base side. Turner has it go underneath his glove, but backing up on the play is Kike Hernandez, so Cole will advance to third, and Escobar will reach on an infield base hit. Now with 2 strikes, you've got a third baseman that's playing back. It was going to be a tough play to begin with.
See how far back Turner's playing. He's coming in on this baseball knowing he's going to have to be quick when he gets to that baseball on the transfer. Unable to get that ball in the glove. Backed up though by Hernandez. Otherwise, Cole's going to be able to score easily on that ball that got by Turner.
Yeah, it's a heads-up play by Kike to follow Turner over toward third base. So 2 on. Simmons with an opportunity to put the Angels up here in the first.
And that little corner of the grass there between the dirt and the third base bag redirected it enough to get away from Turner. End up being an infield hit. A big moment already for Anderson Simmons.
Andrelton will take a strike. Comes in batting 280. 335 on base percentage. 17 doubles, 7 home runs, 33 runs batted in. 1 for 4 yesterday. 306 road average. It's good for 9th in the American League. One ball, 1 strike. Calhoun worked the walk, stole second, moved to third on the infield base hit by Escobar. Not a big lead at all for you now. This was down the line foul.
My Hyundai key for the scheme for the Angels to be successful. Talk about how hot the Dodgers are going to need to swing the bats well. We're going a little LA guns, rip and tear. Tear the cover off the baseball throughout and score as many runs as you can against this red hot Dodgers offense. And Anderson Simmons, very good with runners in scoring position. 323 this season for Simba.
And he got him on the high fastball. The Angels will get a couple of men on, leave them stranded. We'll head to the bottom of the first with no score. Strikes out Simmons. We'll take a look at Dave Roberts' lineup for the smoking hot red Los Angeles Dodgers at 51-26, a 2-game lead in the National League West. Utley, Taylor, Turner, the top third of the order. Bellinger, Grandal, Peterson in the middle third. Puig, Hernandez, and Hill. Kike Hernandez playing shortstop for the injured Corey Seager, whom we hear might be back in by about Wednesday or Thursday in Anaheim, dealing with a hamstring issue. Justin Turner, your guy, had an opportunity to make some big money on the free agent market. Made some big money, but he came back to the Dodgers.
Boy, what a season he has had so far. A .393 batting average, although the Angels have pitched him very well throughout his career. It's a .205 batting average, no home runs, 2 RBI for Turner against the Angels.
Ricky Nolasco's on the mound for the Angels. This will be his 17th start of the season, 2-9 and a 5.23 ERA. The long ball prevalent for Ricky, unfortunately. Prevalent with the Angels pitching staff overall. 23 home runs allowed against a team that is on a home run tear. Chase Utley, the veteran, going to start at second base, hit .229, 4 home runs, 20 runs batted in, now 38 years of age. Ball on strike.
Victor, I think for me, for Ricky, just get back to that power sinker going down and away against lefties, run that down and in against righties, and then go back to that hard slider out of the strike zone. Use that splitter for a swing and miss and curveball, but keep it out of the strike zone. I mean, below the strike zone.
That's out toward right field, hit well. Cole racing back. It's over his head. It's off the wall. Utley's on his way to second. The throw from Calhoun is not in time. A leadoff double for the Dodgers second baseman. 9th double of the season for Utley. Right from the get-go, the Dodgers with man of scoring position.
Again, this is up in the upper part of the strike zone. You want that two-seam sinking fastball at the knees or below to get ground balls. It's short, compact swing for Utley. Drives out to the wall in right center field.
Gilby, we've talked about this ad nauseum this year with Ricky on the mound, and even at times Jesse Chavez, but with Ricky, considering the stuff that he had last year, limited time with the Angels, he's not been able to kind of turn that corner yet. So they get that ball to sink out of the strike zone.
The big thing is just the wrist location.
Taylor lining one out to center field, one out. Utley will stay at second. Taylor jumped all over that pitch. Let's check out the Angels on the defensive side of things before next pitch is thrown. Young, Mabe, and Calhoun in the outfield from left to right. Escobar, Simmons, Espinosa, and Pujols from third to first. Maldonado behind the plate.
And Martin Maldonado has been so good as far as throwing out would-be base runners, making his 63rd start at catcher. I think he is going to be very important to make sure he keeps Ricky Nolasco lower part of that strike zone on a consistent basis and call that game where to utilize that all-speed pitch.
There's Justin Turner. Breaking ball down and away. 32-year-old hitting .393 in 53 games. .478 on base percentage with 5 home runs and 28 runs batted in. Two balls, no strikes. Leadoff double for Utley. Taylor jumping on the first pitch, lining out to center. Count with Bellinger on deck. Dodgers coming to play as a team 7th in the National League in batting average, 4th in home runs, 2nd in runs scored, 2nd in on base percentage, and 5th in slugging.
I believe he'll be swinging on a fastball.
He gets it. Skies one towards center. Drifting back on it is Maben. And at the track puts it away. Tagging ahead on the third is Utley. 2 down. Just got underneath that one, but still gave it a ride. 2 outs.
baseman number 35, Cody Bellinger.
A couple pretty good swings for outs against Velasco in this inning so far. But again, you can use that in a positive way if you get through this inning with no damage against an incredibly hot hitter right now in the NL Player of the Week in Cody Bellinger.
Breaking ball down and away. Reigning National League Player of the Week. 21-year-old. 274, 24 home runs. That leads the National League. 55 runs batted in. Quasi shift Simmons toward the middle. 2 balls and no strikes.
So far, curveball and a split.
And all you're doing, if you're Ricky, and granted this is the guy you don't want to beat you as hot as he is right now. He's put these Dodgers hitters already early in this game in hitters counts.
And it gives you a lot of confidence if you're a Dodger hitter right now that you see a pitcher not going and attacking the strike zone.
And there's a 4-pitch walk. The runners at first and third.
Catcher number 9,
Yasmani Grandal, the catcher coming up. Grandal, switch hitting catcher. 266 average. 9 home runs and 29 runs batted in. He's got Utley at third and Bellinger at first.
One thing about Nolasco, his fastball this season, we talked about not locating that pitch all that well. He's had troubles, especially batting average against his fastball.
Bellinger started to go, it seemed like. Stop. Back to first. 1-0 count on Grandal.
His numbers against the fastball so far this season against Ricky Nolasco, 323. This is 2-seam and 4-seam fastballs with 17 home runs allowed. You don't want to be forced in that situation where you've seen it a couple batters in a row where you're forced to throw a fastball. You want to get ahead and then expand with all speed pitches.
Caught the corner. 1-1. Crew chief Jerry Lane calling the balls and strikes tonight. Mike Estabrook at first, Marvin Hudson at second, and Tom Woodring at third, the umpire and crew for the series. I know we're now, for Nolasco, 17 starts into the season. Would it behoove to change who you are and perhaps start to pitch backwards? Go back to the breaking ball first to set up a fastball? If you could do that.
And then all of a sudden,
almost kind of like a left-handed pitcher would.
And then when they start sitting on that off speed, then you go with the fastball. So you just got to mix and match and change your patterns as the game progresses, because you don't quite have that fastball yet. You know, I think as you get more confident as a pitcher, you're going to have a little bit more life on the fastball. But right now for Ricky, it's just a feel for his fastball hasn't been there this season like we saw, especially in the month of September last year.
Breaking ball, and it just misses. 3-1 count.
So that's the right pitch to throw. 2-1 breaking ball, just barely missed.
Two on, 2 outs, and there's ball 4, so they're loaded up. Second walk of the inning. Jock Peterson coming to the plate.
Center fielder number 31, Jock Peterson.
Now, I don't know if you've ever experienced this throughout your major league career when you know your stuff has been knocked around a little bit throughout the season, and then all of a sudden you come into a ballpark facing a team that knocking the cover off the baseball. That's got to change the mindset a little bit, does it not?
Yeah, that makes you less aggressive throwing strikes. But, you know, the thing is, and we know Ricky Nolasco very well. He's a guy that's very competitive. These are the kind of games, though, that get you to that point where I'm going to give it everything I got. I played for the Dodgers before. I know this ballpark very well. I know these guys in the lineup also. That I have to have my best game, and that will get you going as the season progresses. But you got to get through this inning.
Peterson takes a strike. 18 pitches for Ricky. Utley at third. Bellinger at second. Grandal at first with 2 outs. Jock Peterson hitting .240. 6 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Time called.
And really early in this game, and the Angels have come back in a lot of games, but this is a very important inning for Nolasco.
Good off-speed pitch.
Talked about that need to be able to throw those off-speed pitches, whether it's a split or his curveball. Very important, especially against a number of the hitters for the Dodgers who crush fastballs.
0-2 on the way now from Nolasco. Peterson waves at the breaking ball. And a big strikeout with the bases loaded keeps this a scoreless tie as we head to the second. Bottom of the first for Ricky Nolasco, but gets out of it unscathed. Hey, experience Angels baseball from some of the best seats in the house. Purchase tickets to the Lexus Diamond Club and enjoy exclusive benefits like access to the Lexus Diamond Club restaurant and lounge. For more info, just go to angels.com. Maldonado, Espinosa, and Young for the Angels here in the second. Halos had their own opportunity in the first, but Simmons struck out at the top of the first. Martin Maldonado leading the majors with starts behind the plate at 63. Hit at .261. 7 home runs, 23 runs batted in. Take a strike on the inside corner. Juan Granderol got to start yesterday afternoon. With the day off at Fenway. Back in that lineup once again. No surprise. Breaking ball 0-2.
Really on a pretty good feel for his slow curveball. Something he's thrown less so far this season than he had last season.
And there's another one. Down goes Maldonado. Back-to-back strikeouts for Rich Hill. One out.
See the break a ball, curveball from Rich Hill. Stays on top of it real well. Starts it up around letter high, then brings it down towards the knees. That's why he's effective with his four-seam fastball upstairs. See the percentage of curves this season, 41% as compared to 47% last season. Batting average up 60 points this year from last year, and throwing less curves.
Espinosa goes around. Shift on, batting from the right side. Dan hitting 171 with 6 home runs and 28 RBIs. 0 for 3 yesterday, but did pick up an RBI and a fielder's choice and also scored a run. Big slow bender. 0-2. Already with the 4 0-2 counts for Rich Hill. Eric Young Jr. on deck. Chopper to the right side. Utley had moved back toward the second base side. Throws down Espinosa, 2 outs. Base is clear for EY. Rich Hill with his numbers last year. 14 starts with Oakland. He's 9-3 with a 2.25 ERA. They got traded over to the Dodgers. 6 starts for them with 3-2 with a 1.83 ERA. It's his 7th appearance against the Angels. Just a 2nd career start. EY takes inside. The other start for Hill against the Angels was back on July 5th, 2009, as a member of the Orioles. Been around a while. 4th round pick of the Cubs in 0-2. Foul back, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Former Angel at one point also.
For like a hiccup. If you sneeze, you would have missed it. Wasn't around very long. University of Michigan. Foul tipped into the mid, 1-2.
You see the patterns. Fastball upstairs, starts the curveball that same plane and drops it down. Although his cut fastball also in against a right-handed batter. Occasional slider, but mainly fastball, curveball.
Breaking pitch, just fouls it off toward the Dodger on deck circle. EY had the afternoon off yesterday. Ben Revere had a nice game. The Angels victory. Foul at the plate. Down to 289. 4 doubles, 3 home runs, and 11 runs batted in. Short schedule throughout Major League Baseball on this Monday. Not many games being played. Breaking ball, foul. Just looking to the seats. Still at 1-2. Lost to beat Minnesota 4-1. St. Louis over Cincinnati 8-2. Arizona over Philadelphia 6-1. As far as the American League West is concerned, the Angels are playing tonight. Texas currently trailing Cleveland Indians 15-9. That's in Cleveland. They had a big lead early. Texas did.
Again, trying to get a hitter to chase that high 4-seam fastball. Batting average against his 4-seamer this season, 277. including 4 of the 6 home runs he's allowed have been on his 4-seam fastball.
That was a pitch that he got Simmons on. 10 the first. 2-2. He dropped down just a little bit there.
I think about Rich Hill and had a number of conversations when he was wearing that Angel uniform. I know he's always talking to Clayton Kershaw, trying to get better. He's trying to improve the game. Mentioned added a cut fastball, thrown out a little bit more so far this season. Hasn't thrown many here at all tonight, but does have that pitch.
Down goes Young, swinging. Halos down in order. We're headed to the bottom of the second, but no score.
Being brought to you by the Hyundai Better Than Ever sales event with the best total savings on select models in Hyundai's history is going on now at your Hyundai dealer.
Scoreless here in the bottom of the second at Dodger Stadium. Halos had a man in scoring position in the first, couldn't cash it in. The Dodgers had the bases loaded with 2 outs. Nicky Nolasco struck out Jock Peterson to get out of the first. It'll be Puig, Hernandez, and Hill, the bottom third of the order for the Dodgers here in the second. Yasiel takes a breaking ball for a strike. A 6-year-old now. 247. 14 home runs, though. 41 runs batted in. One ball and strike. Just in time.
Good slow curveball there from Ricky Nolasco. So far, a decent feel for a splitter and also now a slow curve. Stayed on top. Straight 12-6 break. Puig well out in front, no contact.
Checked his swing. It was a count of 2-2. Rick last year hit .263 for the Dodgers in 104 games. Remember, we had a brief stint at AAA. Bouncer toward the middle. Simmons is there. Away.
Shortstop, number 14, Kike Hernandez.
With Seager out of the lineup dealing with the sore hamstring. Kike Hernandez getting to start at short. Kike hitting .233, 8 home runs, 25 runs batted in.
Pretty interesting to see Kike Hernandez when he's gets in position to try to swing the bat. It lifts that front leg towards the plate and then brings it down as far as his timing mechanism. But you would think you would have a tough time, especially on a slow breaking ball. If we did not see that in the past with Hernandez.
Looks like his hands are a little bit lower as well this year, what we've seen in previous seasons.
See right here what he does with that front leg. He has it stay up there for a while. A lot of times, remember Bobby Bonilla with that high leg kick? He tried to throw off that timing mechanism like that.
Down goes Hernandez. 2 outs.
Ruben Sierra used to do that also. If you can do that as a pitcher, throw off that timing, that means you get the foot down and it's not the exact same timing as far as your swing path. See it there? Unable to make contact. Good pitch by Ricky Nolasco. Foot up, it's already down, and all of a sudden you're trying to be able to clear the hips and get that swing path going. No contact made.
Ruben had some unbelievable plate coverage and power to all fields.
Yes, he did.
He was almost kind of the I don't think anybody was as bad as Harold Baines was. Not bad, but like as far away from the plate as Harold Baines was. But Ruben always seemed like he was a mile away from the plate. Still had coverage. Rich Hill ahead of the count at 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, Sierra had some great pull power, but also could crush the ball left center field too.
Rich Hill 0 for 11 this year.
.102 career hitter. Ricky Nolasco will be leading off the next inning for the Angels.
2-2. Little chopper toward third. Escobar to the backhand. Low throw. Albert digs it out with Hill hustling down the line. A 1-2-3 inning for Nolasco. Well, ahead of the third here, Dodger Stadium. We're still scoreless. Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by the all-new 2017 Subaru Impreza. Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 28 miles per gallon. More than a car, it's a Subaru. No score. As we start the third, we started the Freeway Series 2 here at Dodger Stadium, 2 at the Big A, beginning on Wednesday. Kershaw originally not scheduled to pitch in this series, but he is going to get the start on Thursday now, which would be his normal rotation. Thought for a second that the Angels would go through back-to-back series without facing 2 of the toughest lefties, probably the 2 best left-handers, 2 pitchers in baseball, and Chris Sale with Boston. who pitched tonight against Minnesota, then Clayton Kershaw. But Kershaw will pitch on Thursday at the Big A.
And Kershaw's given up some home runs this season, 17 home runs. That goes to just show you the baseball is flying. When Kershaw's given up 17 home runs, you know the baseball is flying.
Baseball is flying. Is that your code for the base? There's something going on with the baseball?
To say there's a lot of energy on the baseball right now, the way it's traveling out of the ballpark.
So the baseball is juiced, if you will.
Seams are different. Something's different.
Something's different. There's no doubt about it. Velasco takes upstairs. It's 2 balls and a strike. Ricky's 0 for 2 this season.
A career 135 hitter, Velasco, including has a home run and 12 doubles.
Three balls, 1 strike.
It's a pretty good take. High fastball. A couple of them in the sequence, just above the strike zone.
And a leadoff walk. Ricky wasn't sure if that was going to get rung up on the corner. Second walk issued by Hill. This one comes to the pitcher. Hey, join the Angels Saturday, July 1st. Mariners are in town. Fans in attendance receive a Pujols 600 home run bobblehead, courtesy of Cox Communications, while supplies last. For more info, go to angels.com, and there will be a pregame ceremony on the field to honor Albert's accomplishment, 600th home run. Top of the order, Cam Maben. He'll shoot this one towards second, and Utley knocks it down, but it gets away from him, so Ricky will reach. It's a base hit for Maben, so the first 2 have reached to start the third.
56, Cole Calhoun.
It's another base hit from that top spot in the order. Hit well, maybe screened a little bit by the umpire also. Utley unable to make that play, try to recover, especially when Velasco running. Ends up being first and second here now for Cole Calhoun.
I know as a Philly guy, you saw a lot of Chase Utley.
Yes.
I think when he was going good, I don't think there's anybody better at that play right there. Quick hands.
Yes. Fearless in the field. He is still beloved in Philadelphia. Especially, he's a SoCal guy, born and raised out in SoCal, but still very, very popular back in Philadelphia. Very popular in this dugout and clubhouse with the Dodgers also.
Cole worked the walk at the first. He's ahead of the count at 1-0. Velasco at second, Maben at first. 1-1.
Calhoun in his career in this stadium coming into the game, a .350 hitter here at Dodger Stadium. .311 overall in his career against the Dodgers for Cole Calhoun. Big moment here for Cole.
Tied him up.
Boy, a lot of room out in shallow center. Peterson plays a very deep center field. Especially with 2 strikes. If you're Cole, he's hit the ball very well the other way of late also during the stretch, which he's hit the ball so well. Got the batting average up down to 248.
Saw Hernandez, the shortstop, where he was playing toward the middle. Pujols on deck. 1-2. Slow breaking ball. Just a little bit high. It could have been called a strike. He'll walk it around as if he thought he had the punch out.
It's one of those tough ones as a home plate umpire. And again, I thought it was a strike. But it starts so high. You think at crossing the front of the plate it was going to be a ball, but that got the strike zone.
2-2. Breaking ball. Cued toward third. Turner goes to.
That's works out pretty good.
No doubt.
Because now you got speed on the bases and you got Velasco off the base now.
You know,
that's an easy double play ball.
With the shift on, the quasi shift, Utley Kike was the closest guy to second base.
Rich Hill threw that ball away into the dugout pretty quickly. He wasn't real happy the fact they didn't get to. It's going to end up being Hernandez to be able to be the guy at second base. He's there.
Yeah, he is there, yeah. That is the play. I mean, if you're playing to the shift, the shortstop has to be there. I'm surprised that Turner decided.
I mean, that's a double play ball.
Yeah.
Although Cameron was running quickly, it's still going to be a double play ball. Instead, you have speed on the bases for Albert.
Good job by Ricky just to stop and force Turner into the tag. So 2 on, 1 out. Calhoun reaches on the fielder's choice, and here's Albert. Hit a fly ball to right in the first inning.
Look at Albert Pujols since the start of last season, second only to Nolan Arenado as far as RBI. 192 for Nolan. Albert Pujols 170 RBI since the start of last season. And when Encarnacion at 167, Nelson Cruz 163. Albert very productive. Chance to do so again right here with 2 on.
Good conversation with Grandal. Albert, 51 runs batted in this year. Puts him in the top 10 in the American League. No score. We're in the top of the third. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 singles allowed by Rich Hill.
Albert gets a fastball jump on that first pitch. See, the conversation now around baseball is the Angels are aggressive and Cameron Maybin loves to try to steal third.
Magic down with 23 stolen bases. His 23rd was at Fenway Saturday night at third base. And eventually scored on the balk that John Farrell did not like. On the corner.
Yeah, it was a little bit off the corner too. What you want now if you're Albert, you like Rich Hill being distracted by Cameron Maybin. A little bit of a quick pitch. Now another conversation with Grandal behind the plate. Always your goal as a base runner is make the pitcher try to be quicker to the plate. What I mean by that is you'll have a slide step, and that forces sometimes your arm not to get in that perfect slot, and you make a mistake.
Oh, 1 to Albert. Breaking ball. Just outside. 1-1. This one's sky to left. Got a fastball up. Taylor moving in. 2 down. So it'll be up to Yanel Escobar. Infield base hit in the first, so he's 1 for 1.
And now it's time for the driver's seat brought to you by the new 2017 Kia Sorento with Yanel Escobar coming to the plate. And he's been very successful this season against left-handed pitching. 4th best batting average. Garcia at the top, Arenado right below him, and Jose Abreu hitting over 400 himself. Justin Turner just below at 397. But Yanel Escobar, 400 batting average.
Runners go, and it's a double stolen base. Maybin and Calhoun. Cole picks up his 2nd of the night.
Maybe many games where Cole's had 2 stolen bases in the same game. Huge jumps. Good decision by Grandal to hold on to that baseball. 3 stolen bases tonight already for the Angels. 74 on the season.
2nd and 3rd.
Boy, that was real close to getting Rich Hill to balk on that one. He's definitely frustrated right now.
Was he going to come down and talk with Grandal?
Yes. Yeah. And he goes, let's go back to the mound.
That is the first career 2 stolen base game for Cole. Oh, a little flare out toward right center field. Puig coming on, not going to get there. It'll fall in there. 2 runs will come in, and the Angels have a 2-0 lead. Escobar, who's hit .391 against left-handed pitching, gets jammed and picks up his 2nd hit of the night.
And how big was that double steal? And a frustrated Rich Hill gives up that single to drive in 2. Breaking ball upstairs, a mistake pitch. Little inside-out approach by Escobar, and again, that batting average continues to increase. Now 2 for 2 against the lefty here in this game. Has not hit either one right on the nose, but 2 for 2 with 2 RBI.
Off the bat, the way Puig was chasing that baseball, I thought he had a chance to get there. Ends up laying up on it. Even if it comes up with it cleanly, he's not going to get Cole. Cole got a big jump from second with that, the trail runner.
409 batting average now versus lefties, and another attempt at stolen base.
Out at second is the call. Escobar had that like Willie Mays Hayes slide. Started a little too soon. Gets gunned down for the 3rd out. The Angels strike for 2. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. 2-0 Halos.
We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. I'm Alex Curry, and with the All-Star Game just around the corner, earlier today, MLB Network announced the All-Star Game ballot leaders, and even though Mike Trout has been sidelined for nearly a month with his thumb injury, he is still getting that vote support with nearly 2.5 million votes, the 2nd most among outfielders, just behind Yankees' Aaron Judge, who's leading the AL with over 3.4 million votes. And with just 4 days remaining, you still have time to get some more Angels to Miami. You can vote up to 5 times every 24 hours for a total of 35 ballots by heading to MLB.com. Now, Victor and Gooby, who else on this Angels team deserves to go out to Miami?
Well, I got to believe Blake Parker's going to get some consideration himself. He's been fantastic out of the bullpen.
That would be the one guy that I would think right now has a shot at it, especially the way teams are kind of made up. As Nolasco has himself a 2-0 lead to start the bottom of the 3rd, top of the order. Chase Utley takes outside. Utley with a double at the base of the wall in right center field the 1st inning. He's 9th of the year, so he's 1 for 1.
And I think Andrelton Simmons should be in that consideration also, what he has done both at the plate and at shortstop.
Lifted toward left and toward the line. Not very deep. Simmons going out. Eric Young Jr. calls him off, 1 away.
Well, that was great communication there by Eric Young Jr. Andrelton Simmons getting to that point. Escobar going back on it. But the easier play for the outfielder coming in on the baseballs compared to infielders going back, especially Simmons going such a long distance, but called off right away, got out of the way. Good job by EY Jr. coming in on that baseball. Andrelton Simmons had to go a long, long way to try to track that one down.
Chris Taylor saw one pitch in the first inning and lined out to Cameron Maybin. 26-year-old came in batting .279 with 9 home runs, 32 runs batted in.
But what a story he has been. 9 home runs this season, has won in his previous 120 career games.
5th round pick out of the University of Virginia back in 2012 by Seattle. Traded last July in exchange for Zach Lee. He lines this one into center. Turns, and he's going to try to go to second. The throw from Maybin off target. So there goes a hustle double. 14th double of the season. He was thinking about it the whole way.
Well, we talked about how well he's hit the baseball this season. And he lines that ball to center field. This is a little bit to left center field. He wasn't even stopping no matter what. He was thinking in terms of, I'm going to try to get in scoring position and create some havoc right away. And he did so with that slide in there. Cameron took that little bit of a longer route in there, cuts the angle. He might have a better shot at it, but the throw up that second base bag enables Taylor to slide in head first with a double.
Man in scoring position for Justin Turner. Third baseman. Took Maybin to the warning track in center. His first at bat. And he'll take a breaking ball for a strike. You know, you compare Turner's approach to the plate because he's got the leg kick to that of Kike Hernandez. You see Turner every time, for the most part, is able to keep the hands back. Doesn't always jump at the baseball where Kike certainly does. Will expand as that was downstairs. Throw down to second. Taylor back. Throw by Maldonado.
Well, coming into the game, Justin Turner against fastball. That's why that first pitch break a ball for Nolasco. .459 batting average with 7 home runs versus the fastball. It's the second in the majors in that category. And that is amazing numbers versus the fastball for Turner. What a career he's turned in having here with the Dodgers.
Now 32.
Boy, and you think the way his hands are set up, you could pitch him inside. He's quick inside also.
One of those guys that was just finally given the opportunity to go out there and get 4 at-bats every single night. The Dodgers gave him that, and he certainly turned it around. He's a dangerous, dangerous hitter. Fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he's the guy, even in the postseason, we've seen some pretty good swings for him and good numbers in the postseason too for the Dodgers. And you're facing the very best pitchers throughout a postseason schedule.
Taylor at second base, a 1-out double.
.357 batting average in the postseason for Turner.
Full count. Turner originally a 7th round pick out of Cal State Fullerton by the Cincinnati Reds. Basically let go by the New York Mets. Espinosa trying to keep Taylor close to the bag at second. Turner bounces it to third. Escobar has it across the diamond. 2 down.
Pretty good pitch. Has tied him up enough inside.
Number 35, Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger worked the walk. One of 2 free passes for Nolasco, both occurring in the first. Nolasco shooting for a shutdown inning. Angels scoring twice in the top of the third on the Escobar 2-out, 2 RBI single. Off speed, pulls this one down the right field line and hooks foul. When you look at Bellinger's spray chart, as far as the home runs are concerned, the 24 that he's hit, a good majority of them have been to right center field. He's also a guy that will strike out, 69 strikeouts coming into the game. And that is over 215 at-bats.
That home run to at-bat ratio is unreal.
Ridiculous. Upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. 6 multi-homer games already for Bellinger. The Major League Baseball rookie record is 7. Mark McGwire did that back in 1987.
Yeah, he already has the Dodger record. He's got 4 of them his last 14 games.
One upstairs,
and you can see that they're going to try to pitch it up and in. Now, if you're going to go up and in, you got to make sure if you miss, it's off the plate in. You don't want that baseball to drift out. You don't want to go a 2-seam fastball. You want to make sure 4-seam. 4-seam fastball will stay more true and stay straighter if you're trying to stay up and in.
1-2 pitch. No breaking ball. It's a count of 2-2. 24 home runs for Bellinger, also the most in Major League Baseball history through 57 games. We saw him briefly in the Freeway Series, spring training.
Yeah, we liked his swing a lot in that Freeway Series.
Now the 2-2. Breaking ball, got him. Pulled the string. Down goes Bellinger. And it's a shutdown inning for Nolasco. The Angels will take their 2-0 lead in the 4th.
That was an excellent sequence. A couple high fastball followed by a slow curve well out in front for the swing and miss shutdown inning. Sequence for Ricky Nolasco against Cody Bellinger, worthy of a Carl's Cam replay. Look at that pitch sequence and what he was able to get him out. Split finger fastball, pulled it foul, and then high fastball out of the strike zone, came right back with another 4-seam fastball to get a swing and miss by Bellinger, and then going in there with a breaking ball going down and away, but then finish him off with a slow curveball because he established 2 fastballs inside. Very good sequence, worthy of a Carl's Cam replay for Ricky Nolasco.
3rd strikeout of the night for Nolasco as Anderson Simmons leads things off here in the 4th. A 1-0 count. He'll swing and drive this one out towards center field. Jack Peterson racing back, still going back at the wall. It's off the fence. Ricochets back toward the infield. Andrelton Simmons easily to 3rd with a leadoff triple, his first of the season.
Boy, he was thinking inside the park home run there for a while, with those strides that Andrelton Simmons has. It is an odd route by Peterson going back off the bat. I thought he was going to track that one down. Hit well by Simmons, but this kept drifting and drifting. Fastball hard of the plate. Stayed down on that one very well. Dead center field. You know, Anderson's right on top of the plate, so he has that coverage on the outer half. But that ball was low and middle of the plate and over the wall and gets by. Peterson backed up well by Taylor. With those strides he has, he's thinking, I got a potential inside the park, or picking up his first triple of the season for Simba.
Infield halfway with Martin Maldonado at the plate. Slow breaking ball misses. Martin struck out leading off the second. One of 3 strikeouts for Rich Hill. This one's ripped and gloved by Turner to the backhand. One down. What a missile off the bat of Maldonado, and even better reaction by Turner.
And you got that hot corner. You have to have quick reflexes. He's played all different infield positions throughout his career. Solid play. He's got that good prep step in position to catch that line drive almost by him. That first out of the inning. Good base running too by Andrelton Simmons, getting back, not doubled up.
Yeah, a lot of base runners will freeze. But Anderson alertly going back to the base. Otherwise, it's a double play. So 1 out, a man at third. Here's Danny Espinosa, grounded out his first time up. Infield in now. Swing and a miss.
This is when, if you're Danny Espinosa, you got to try to shorten up the swing. You got the infield in. Your chances of being successful getting a ground ball through the infield increases with the infield in, and you're trying to make contact to bring home Andrelton Simmons. Rich Hill will probably try to go fastball after fastball upstairs and try to bounce a breaking ball.
Two mighty hacks by Espinosa behind at 0-2. I mean, you're content with a sac fly here.
Yes.
Got to pick up that run at third.
And as deep as Taylor and Peterson are playing in the outfield, anything hitting the air, you got a good shot at getting that run home.
Time called by Espinosa, or at least trying to get time called. Eric Young Jr. on deck. Triple by Simmons. Maldonado lined down at an 0-2 count here on Espinosa. And he'll drive one out toward left center field. Taylor racing back to the warning track, and just shy of it, will haul it in. Deep enough for that sac fly on an 0-2 count. Simmons trots home. 3-0 Angels.
Nice job by Danny Espinosa. That's one of those pitches too for Rich Hill. He knew he made a mistake, got a lot of the plate. I think he was trying to go up and above the strike zone, missed. Danny Espinosa made him pay. 29 RBI now in the season. Didn't quite get that ball up. It was around belt high. Nice swing there by Espinosa to get the job done. His head was still, eyes on the baseball, looking to drive the ball. Successful sac fly.
Thirteen runs batted in the last 17 games for Espinosa. EY struck out his first time up. He'll bounce this one to the left side. It's Turner from the grass. Handles it down here in the fourth. They do out a run on that sac fly. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. It's 3-0 Angels.
4th. Now let's take a look at our top tier plays brought to you by Arco. We talked about it in the opening, how the Angels have been very successful being aggressive and stealing bases, getting guys into scoring position. A couple steals right there, 3 stolen bases on the game, resulted in a couple runs. And then after the hustle triple by Anderson Simmons, productive swing by Danny Espinosa, bring it home. Anderson Simmons doing the little things to score runs. 3 already in the game for Mike Socha's club against the Dodgers.
Ricky Nolasco back to work here in the 4th. Grandal, Peterson, and Puig for the Dodgers. And Grandal skies one on the left side. Escobar, Simmons. Hamilton takes charge, 1 away. Grandal had walked in the first. He's 0 for 1 with that pop-up. They'll bring up John Peterson.
Well, you love those quick outs if you're Ricky Nolasco. A warm night. Had a battle through that first. Had a very good sequence against Jock Peterson. Punch him out that first at bat.
He's starting to go back to what we were talking about. Go back to that breaking ball first, and then you can kind of start playing around with the strike zone a little bit.
Expand if you get ahead. So then you got a hitters come to the plate looking off speed, then you sneak that fastball by him at 92. Peterson much better here in the month of June, batting average wise.
Breaking ball. Almost looked like he rolled over his ankle there after that swing.
He certainly never gets cheated swinging the bat.
You got 3 left-handed batters, and the Dodgers went all healthy. That take healthy hacks: Peterson, Bellinger, and Seager.
Yeah, you don't even need fans with this warm weather. Their swings alone will create that kind of wind current.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Halos with 4 hits, the Dodgers with 2. Double by Utley in the first. Double by Taylor with 1 out in the 3rd. Both stranded on base. Two. Breaking ball, and that's hammered to right. Cole moving back on it. Near the track, reaching back for the wall. He'll leap up and make the catch. Would have stayed in the ballpark. And that is out number 2.
Well, you always have an idea when you see an outfielder going back to the wall. When you see him trying to get a feel for the wall, you believe he has a shot at making a play. And it's been some solid plays made defensively for Ricky Nolasco so far in this game. That breaking ball slider right in the heart of the plate, right into that swing path for Jock Peterson, and he hit it well. The Cole to the wall, leaps up, makes an outstanding play.
Glove not getting stuck in the padding like it did at Tropicana Field.
Exactly.
In St. Petersburg.
Nice play by Cole. 2015 Gold Glove winner in right.
2 outs, nobody on. And Puig hits one through the left side. Jumping on a 93-mile-per-hour fastball. He's on board with a 2-out single. SCL 1 for 2.
I always believe with Yasiel Puig, you frustrate him with breaking balls. Make him chase something out of the zone. And once you get him to do that, you can sneak a fastball by him. But to try to sneak a fastball by him in the first pitch, never going to be easy. And make him stop if you're Nolasco. 9 stolen bases for Puig.
Kike Hernandez a strikeout in the 2nd. Three 3-0 Angels in the 4th.
Almost looks like Kike Hernandez is trying to pull everything himself.
Puig over at first, not a big lead. It's 2-1.
Maldonado has thrown out 38% of base stealers, does have 2 pickoffs. So if Yasiel Puig drifts a little bit further away from that base, you could see a back pick.
Found and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ideally, you would love to see Ricky Nolasco get Hernandez out here so you have Rich Hill leading off the next inning.
Quick throw to first. Puig is back. Not a big lead at all. Bouncer toward third. Escobar will go the short way. They force out Yasiel. And the 4th is in the books. We head to the 5th. Cole Calhoun showing off the leather outage. Right field. Angels up 3-0. Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by Simpson Chevrolet. Big enough to deal, small enough to care. It's the top of the 5th inning here at Dodger Stadium. The opener of this freeway series. 2 here at Dodger Stadium, 2 at the Big A. Halos up by the score of 3-0. They scored twice in the 3rd, once in the 4th. Here in the 5th against Rich Hill. It'll be 9-1-2. Nolasco, Maben, and Calhoun. And that 2-run 3rd started off with Nolasco working a walk. 2 free passes issued by the Dodger lefty, and the first pitch is strike. Three strikeouts to go with those 2 base on balls. Four hits allowed. He fouls it off. One, 2. Backdoor breaking ball. Respect.
Yes. This is a little bit off that outside corner. Tracked it pretty well, though. He's always been a pretty solid hitter in Alaska.
Skies this one to center. A few times Peterson's not played deep.
Now that wasn't respect there, though.
One down.
Peterson played deep throughout the game, played a little more shallow against Ricky Nolasco.
Center fielder Cameron Maven.
Here's Maven, 1 for 2. Singled his last time up. That was at one hopper that kind of ate up Utley. And picked up his 24th stolen base and scored a run. Borderline pitch gets called a strike.
He's pulled off from that pitch on the outside part of the plate, maybe. 6-time head of the count, 0-2 for Rich Hill.
And could not make up his mind. Ends up cutting through that fastball. 2 down. 4th strikeout for Hill. Base is clear for Calhoun.
Right fielder Cole Calhoun.
Called to the first, walked and stole a base. Reached out a fielder's choice, picked up his stolen base of the game, and scored a run in the 3rd. This one's line to center. Peterson already playing back is there. That's a quick 1-2-3 fit for Rich Hill. We're headed to the bottom of the inning. They're still up 3-0. SoCal Chevy dealers find new roads as we start at the bottom of the 5th here. Chavez Ravine, 3-0 Angels. 9-1-2 coming up for the Dodgers, and Hill, Utley, and Taylor. Ricky Nolasco with 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 hits allowed. Hill grounded out his first time up. Foul off the first offering.
Just 4 first pitch strikes of the first 10 batters faced. 7 of the next 8 now for Ricky Nolasco.
Offered at that breaking ball, trying to bunt his way on. 64 pitches for Ricky. And down goes Hill. 1 out, strikeout number 4. And this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. One out, nobody on. Chase Utley was 1 for 2. Double and a fly ball to left. One ball, no strikes. Crazy to think this is just the 4th interleague game for the Dodgers this season. They're 2-1 in interleague play. Angels roll into the Freeway Series 4-5 so far. Dodgers have taken advantage of their schedule. They played 42. This is the 43rd home game. Like we said early on, best record at home, 32-10. That'll even itself out eventually. 6 home games, I believe it is, in August. I think Seattle has something like that too.
Yes.
A weird quirk in the schedule. Those guys on the left. A 2-0 pitch there. Young Jr.'s underneath it. 2 down.
We talked about how Taylor really has improved, and take a look at our tools of the trade brought to you by a Ram Trucks. The improvement as far as where the hand's located and also the stride. Hands located a lot lower, and then you get that higher leg kick and get that foot down much quicker. Longer stride on the left, shorter on the right, more compact swing and better drive this season because of the shorter swing and also where the hands are located and getting that foot down a lot quicker for Taylor. He's already hit the ball hard twice. Talk about how quick his hands have been. Very difficult when you think about that what we just showed in a split screen, how wide his legs were to begin with, and then the stride. You really have to be super quick with your hands up high. Very difficult to make consistent contact. It's amazing the difference when you look at hitters and when that stride, that leg kick. You bring it up, bring it down. We talk a lot about Andrelton Simmons, that 2-toe taps he has to get his timing together. Same thing here now with Taylor. Wayne Seager, a big part of their offense. There he is right there, getting closer. May see him in this 4-game set. Maybe not tomorrow, but possibly in Anaheim. 298 batting average, 12 home runs, a little bit of a hamstring issue.
3-1 count with Turner on deck. And he said that Seager has dealt with the what they call a grade 1 strain, but more of a cramp that kind of flares up on him on occasion on the right leg. 3-1 pitch. Taylor pulls it over to third. In on the hands. A 1-2-3 inning for Ricky Nolasco. 5 in the books here at Dodger Stadium. The Angels on top 3-0. Take to the field for the MLB All-Star Game, July 11th, only on Fox. That'll be at Marlins Park, of course. There's South Beach, Ocean Drive. Clevelanders around there somewhere, I believe. A friend told me.
A friend of a friend.
Yeah.
It's Waiting on a Friend by the Rolling Stones.
3-0 Angels here in the 6th. Albert Pujols leading things off. Albert got a couple of pitches of drive, but he's hit a couple of fly ball outs. One to right, one to left.
He's been frustrated a couple times. Some pitches to do some damage.
Hill with 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. 73 pitches for the lefty. This is 10th start of the season. Another 0-2. It's a fastball up and away. Tough month of June for Rich Hill, but he's a couple of mistakes today, but nothing crazy. He's made 4 starts, 2-1 with a 5.50 ERA prior to tonight. This one's out towards short. Peterson has to go back on it. He backpedals onto the track, puts it away for the first down.
A couple baseballs in a row hit hard to dead center field that Peterson was able to run down, playing deep in center. Cole last inning, Albert started off this inning. Yeah, it really just goes back to what we talked about in the opening today, how the Angels have found ways to score runs, and that's what's happened here. Yunel Escobar, 2 hits already, an infield hit, and a little flare out the right field after 2 base runners, Maben and Cole Calhoun, stole bases, got into scoring position, scored on the flare. 2 stolen bases in the game for Cole, first time in his career.
Mentioned after that second hit that Escobar had the 3rd. He's been batting .391 against left-handed pitching this season. That's 3rd best in the American League.
Now he's got that up to .409 against lefties. 2 hits tonight.
One and 2. .54 strikes out of the 78 thrown by Hill tonight. Simmons on deck.
The cold hard facts, which are brought to you by Clean, Crisp, Coors Light. Talk about how the team has done the little things to score runs without Mike Trout in the lineup. Averaging 4.7 runs, batting average higher, slugging percentage higher, doing the little things to find ways to score runs without the best player in the game. And Mike Trout so far is so good for the club.
Vidal goes down swinging for out number 2. Fifth strikeout now for Hill. He's retired 8 straight since the leadoff triple to Andrelton Simmons in the 4th. First triple of the season for Andrelton. He had 2 with the Angels last year. We'll pop this one up. Justin Turner back it up. Quick 1, 2, 3, 6. So make that 9 straight. Retired by Hill. Head to the bottom of the inning. Still 3-0 Angels. Two, Jesse Chavez on the mound for the Angels. He pitched for the Dodgers last year. Kenta Maeda, who wasn't originally scheduled to start or pitch at all in this series, gets slotted in for tomorrow. Everyone else gets slotted in for Wednesday and Thursday. Kershaw will pitch on Thursday. There's Jesse. Velasco back to work here in the 6th inning. Turner, Bellinger, Grandal. First pitch swinging and backhanded by Escobar. One hopper. Sidearm flip. Pujols races to the bag, beats Turner. One pitch, one out to start the bottom of the 6th.
He's had a couple of those in this game, and that ball was hit hard, but Escobar on the backhand, playing back. One hopper. Go across the diamond. Albert able to get back to the bag and get Turner for the first out of the inning.
That sidearm throw by Uni that sometimes sails on him. The bulk of his errors this year have been on the throws. Here's Bellinger. Cody walked in the first, struck out in the 3rd. 0 for 1. One ball, one strike. The son of Clay Bellinger.
He was here earlier today.
Played with the Yankees briefly.
Minor league system with the Angels also.
Foul. Got 2 games with the big boys, the Angels, in 0-2. Perfect time to get a couple games in.
Yeah. Timing's everything.
Not bad, right? 1 plate appearance. Made the difference. There he is. Called strike 3, locked him up on a fastball in.
Tell you what, Ricky's really done a nice job these last 2 at bats. That's the key against a guy that's as hot as Bellinger is at this moment. Make him think. Where are you going to throw? Is he going to throw off speed? Came right back in that 2-seam fastball framed perfectly by Maldonado. Second time Velasquez punched him out. 1 swinging, 1 looking.
Just think about Cody. He's a 4th-round pick out of high school in Arizona. We were in New York talking to a couple of the scouts, and they were wondering the same thing. Now, you could say the same thing about Trout. How did he get dropped down that far in the 1st round? But how do you miss a guy like Cody Bellinger at a high school in Arizona? Grandal flips one out toward left center field. Not very deep. Maben's there.
Especially the bloodlines and that swing he has.
Exactly. A 1-2-3 inning for Ricky Nolasco. 6 complete here, Dodger Stadium. Angels maintaining a 3-0 lead. Here at Dodger Stadium. Hey, join the Angels during the Freeway Series, driven by Lexus, hosting the Dodgers this Wednesday and Thursday. Both start times at 7:07. Get your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or online at angels.com. Not a bad crowd tonight to kick off the Freeway Series. Still a warm night. Warm all over the place here in the Southland. It's supposed to cool down a little bit tomorrow and the rest of the week. Rich Hill's cruising. He's retired 9 straight. Out to pitch the 7th. This will be his longest outing of the year. He's got Maldonado, Espinosa, Young.
Maldonado hit a rocket last time up. Justin Turner, an excellent play at third.
Just completing 6 innings was the longest outing of the year for Rich Hills. This one's fouled off. In and out of the glove.
Now looking for that assist for that baseball bat.
Martino for 2. Struck out, and that liner that Turner made a terrific play on in the 4th. That's a really good pitch. Because he saw a lot of breaking pitches early. First at bat.
You know what? So far in this game, Jerry Lane behind the plate has been very consistent.
What I like about umpires behind the plate, Lane's done it so far tonight. Deliberate, not in a hurry to make the call either way. He's not Tim McClellan,
No.
who was in slow motion.
Yeah. He was a very good umpire, but you had to wait to determine, especially when you're the pitcher, it was going to be called a ball or a strike.
You had to control the rage, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a few times I might have said, hey, where was that at? He goes, I called it a strike. I said, yeah, I knew that. I just wondered what part of the plate I threw it to.
2-2. It's fouled off. Two balls, 2 strikes. Cam Bedrosian playing catch now on the pad. I'd imagine that Ricky, part of the lineup that's coming up in the bottom of the 7th, will at least go back out there. Peterson, Puig, Hernandez.
What do you have, 7 pitch last inning?
Yeah.
Get 3 outs. I think when you look back at this game at this point for Ricky, that pitch he made to Jock Peterson in the first inning to get the swing and miss on a good breaking ball, key for him tonight. All of a sudden the confidence built throughout this game after that great pitch to Peterson.
Espinosa on deck. Another 2-2. We got him upstairs, that high fastball. Oh, it's been effective. Strikeout number 6 for Hill.
And when he was been able to establish that curveball starting that same plane, he can rush that fastball upstairs. He's gotten some swing and misses on that pitch, even more so than his curveball tonight. It's been very effective for him. When you look back at this game against Danny Espinosa, he threw a couple good ones upstairs, but then he made a mistake on his four-seamer on the plate, and Espinosa made him pay for it. Sac fly, last at bat in the fourth.
0 for 1 with that sac fly. Picked up his 29th run batted in. Halos with 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Stranded 2 base runners. And that was in the first. Dodgers no runs, 3 hits, no errors. They've left 4 on base. One and one. That hit him? I guess it did.
I'm sure they'll check that.
Yeah, Grandal said something. That's why Espinosa came back to the plate. Dave Roberts will have a look.
You know, in the past you couldn't challenge it. You can challenge that. Yeah, that's that cut fastball. Yeah, it got him.
Danny was walking up the line immediately.
They're going to challenge it. Look from that, like our angle was redirected by the kneecap area.
Jerry Lane will head over, as will the second base umpire, Marvin Hudson. The call on the field is hit by pitch.
See, once again, it's a cut fastball. It is pretty tough. It almost looked like it got that kneecap pant leg area, pant on the kneecap.
Here's the tough one about this review, unless you got the RoboCam behind the plate that maybe caught the angle, unless you see a separation between the ball and that pant leg,
it's tough to overturn.
But then again, just when you think something is concrete evidence, you never know.
Again, he's got that plant leg down.
Looked like the ball kind of redirected.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It looked like it did, but I mean, it's tough at that angle. Again, if we slow that down, this is C.
I can't tell.
Well, look where the ball ended up, though, in the glove. I mean, that had some serious cut action to be able to go that far down, especially when it started at the knee. What we've always felt, the longer it takes, very more difficult to be able to tell. This angle may be a little bit better. Maybe not.
Yeah. Espinosa gets awarded first base. See what they call it if they call stands. Yeah, and that's what it is. Call stands, meaning there wasn't enough evidence to overturn it. So Espinosa on board with 1 out. And Eric Young Jr. coming up. Pedroia warming up. Velasco will come out to the on-deck circle. We'll see how this plays out.
I still think it's the time for Eric Young Jr. to push bunt down the first baseline. You have Rich Hill will be falling towards the third base side.
Eli tonight is 0 for 2. He struck out in the second, grounded out in the fourth. Bouncer goes foul. No balls, 2 strikes. EY gets on board here. Moves Espinosa to scoring position. Velasco gets called back.
Yeah. You got to try to add on against this lineup for the Dodgers as well as Ricky has thrown the baseball. You just want to keep separating yourself from a red hot offense the Dodgers have had, especially during this 10-game stretch here. And won 16, 17 games. Back to my Hyundai key for this game for this club to be successful. Rip and tear. So far they've been tearing around the bases. Manufactured some runs. Good sac fly by Danny Espinosa. Big 2-out RBI single driving in 2. You know Esbar from Mike Scioscia's club. They've been aggressive running bases today. It's helped them score the runs that they have against the Dodgers.
Oh, 2. And Young goes down swing at the high fastball. 2 outs. So Velasco will bat here with Espinosa at first. 2 down. Ricky worked the walk to third, hit a fly ball to center, leading off the 5th. Angels with 2 runs in the 3rd inning. And 1 in the 4th, leading at 3-0 here in the 7th. Season high in strikeouts for Hill was in his last start. That was 8. He's 1 shy of that as the Dodgers start to get some action going. 98 pitches now for Rich Hill. Luis Avilan getting ready. This one lifted out toward right. Puig was playing and has to go back on it. Stretch time here at Dodger Stadium. The opener of the Freeway Series. The Angels on top 3-0. brought to you by GMC. Bottom of the 7th here at Dodger Stadium. The Angels up by the score of 3-0. Rick Nolasco back out on the mound. And he's been solid ever since the first.
Yeah, I think when you go back to the first inning, this is that quick pitch he had. He's able to change speeds against Peterson. His breaking ball has been solid. A split finger fastball. He's thrown enough fastballs to get the hitters out in front and have to chase that breaking ball out of the strike zone. Been very effective. Followed up with that two-seamer in against Bellinger, looking for a breaking ball.
First pitch swinging, Jock Peterson. Spinoza has to come in on it. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the 7th. Jock 0 for 3 on the night. Here comes Yasiel Puig.
Number 66, Yasiel Puig.
He spent some time wearing the Dodger uniform in 2013. 16 games, 15 starts for him. He was very good for him that year, too. 8-3 with a 3.52 ERA.
He's gotten 4 one-pitch outs in this game.
Puig got a base in his last at bat. He's 1 for 2. Did started him off with a fastball. Ground ball back up the middle. Deflected. Espinosa is going to have to hurry. High throw and pulls Pujols off the bag. If Albert's on the bag, I think they get him. Dino will get on the fall. Albert's looking in. Looked like he came off the base.
That's one of those plays, too. You're fooled by the speed of the baseball off the bat. Nolasco usually a pretty good fielding pitcher, unable to get that ground ball from Puig. On the bare hand, a lot on the throw. Looks like a foot off the base. Yeah, he's going to be safe. But a play that Ricky Nolasco will generally make.
Second hit of the night for Puig. Kike Hernandez, the shortstop, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fielder's choice. This will get the bullpen going. Jerry Lane will follow up and break up the meeting. Logan Forsythe has grabbed the bat. He's come out to the on-deck circle. The pitcher spot due up next. Back up the middle, ricochets away from Pujols. How about that? Puig on his way toward third, and Cole is up with it. Puig gets stopped at third base. That'll more than likely be the last batter for Nolasco. Twice back-to-back. Baseball is coming back up the middle, unable to field it. Adam Nevelin, Charles Nagy, Mike Scioscia coming out.
Yeah, that baseball was rocketed back up the middle on that one. It looked initially that it might have a chance of going right towards Albert Pujols. On the follow-through, right back up the middle. Maybe that back of the ankle or calf area. And by Albert.
Ricky trying to walk it off. Nice job by Cole. He had a long way to go from right field. They're going to go to the bullpen here. And I'd imagine they'll call this an injury pitching change. So whoever's getting ready, it looks like it's Cam Bedrosian will get some opportunity here. The call's been made to the pen. Bedrosian's still throwing out there. And he's going to get a couple more pitches, I guess. They're trying to get Bedrosian into this game. So Ricky walks off. He'll depart with a couple of men on. Back-to-back infield hits. The Dodgers, who have been red hot. Down 3-0, have a couple of men in scoring position. We're the 7th with 1 out. Live Angels baseball. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Angels home screen icons and app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcast, statcast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat. Do it today. Ricky Nolasco done after 6 1/3. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 5 hits allowed. And he's responsible for the 2 guys on base. It is Cam Bedrosian coming on in relief. Bedrock Jr. making his 5th appearance since being activated off the disabled list. This will be his 11th game of the season. Gave up his first 2 runs of the year in his last outing. That was against Boston on Saturday night. Went 2/3 of it, and he gave up 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 walks. And that one also threw a wild pitch. Mike Freeman looks like will be the pinch hitter coming up for the Dodgers in the pitcher's spot. Yasiel Puig standing at third base. Kike Hernandez credited with a double, standing at second. Freeman just called up before the game today. 2 for 31 this year, and that's combined between Seattle and the Dodgers, claimed off waivers by the Dodgers in late May. Infield back at normal depth. Well, concede the run for the out. Bedrosian's first one is in for a strike.
Fastball is going to be 92 to 96 for Cam. Very good breaking ball. One he could throw for strike, and the other, that wipeout slider for a swing and miss.
Oh, 1. There it is. 0-2. Just a second game with the Dodgers for Freeman. He had 16 with Seattle this year. Ricky looking on. Got the top of the order. Chase Utley on deck. Far one of his best outings in quite some time for Nolasco. After getting into a bases loaded jam in the first. Got out of it, allowing no runs. And Peterson to strike out there in that first inning. No balls, 2 strikes. Down goes Freeman.
What a pitch, what a sequence, and the trust for Cam to have with Martin Maldonado behind the plate, that he's going to keep that breaking ball in front of him. Snap that breaking ball, starts at the knees, ends in the dirt, blocked perfectly by Martin Maldonado behind the plate. Big punch out.
And a quick tag by Maldonado with first base open, avoiding having to throw the baseball down to Pujols. So 2 outs, and here's Utley. Utley's had a 1 for 3 game. A double to right, a couple of fly balls to left. All 3 of those against Nolasco. 3-0 Angels. We're in the 7th. First pitch breaking ball to strike. Utley 0 for 1 in his career against Bedrosian. Not a whole lot of experience against Cam. Over Forsythe, the most with 4 at-bats. Outfield straight around. Infield on a somewhat of a pull shift. Simmons toward the middle. 0-1. One ball was struck.
That's Yunel Escobar. He's moving all over the place at third base. A little bit further over towards shortstop, move back over towards the bag, then move in. Just in case Utley would try to push one down that third base line.
Thought about back picking Kike Hernandez.
They might have had a shot at him.
Simmons wasn't breaking toward the bag though. 2 balls, 1 strike. Good off speed. Back-to-back hits by Puig and Hernandez, both off of Nolasco. Bedrosian's ready. Not sold on that pitch?
I think that's what it came down to. Into another series of signs.
Two-two.
Halos
in the 8th at the top of the order coming up. We'll get a new pitcher for the Dodgers. Rich Hill 7 strong. Gave up 3 runs on 4 hits, striking out 7. Season high 7 innings. Trojan trying to keep it a 3-0 lead. Another 2-2. Oakland fouls it at the plate. All Rich Hill can do now is look on. Did not pitch poorly. As a matter of fact, the 2 hits that Escobar got tonight, one that put the Angels on the board. Second one with 2 RBIs, a little flare, got jammed him. With 2 outs, that was in the 3rd inning.
Really the best baseball hit was Anderson Simmons rocketed to the wall in center field for a triple. And that he pitched very, very well for the Dodgers tonight.
That's a fastball, cold strike, 3 down goes Utley, and Bedrosian comes in and shuts the door.
Boy, he had Utley, the veteran, looking off speed. Instead, got the express, paints a fastball to finish off the inning. What a fastball, 4-seamer to get the punch out.
Angels up on the Dodgers 3-0 on Patrick O'Neill. I just watched Cam Bedrosian just go through the gauntlet of high fives there in that Halos dugout. Good stuff and great pitching so far. Angels Live brought to you by your SoCal Mazda dealers after this game with Jose Mota and Alex Curry. You know, before this game, I asked Dave Roberts, what about this Angels team do you find dangerous? They've won 4 straight road series. He said, well, they always play us hard, but I haven't seen that much of them. What he is seeing tonight is a team that competes, that battles, and is not not afraid of the stage, and this is a big stage here tonight. Victor and Mark, what a game so far.
Yeah, Patrick, we were even talking about that on the pregame show. You go to Boston, and you've been in New York, and then all of a sudden you come into Dodger Stadium where the Dodgers have won 10 straight games. Well, the atmosphere coming into this game outstanding, but it's really been the resilience of this club finding ways to score runs. It's worked so far.
And still work to be done here as we start the 8th. Angels up 3-0. Cameron Maybin facing Luis Avilan, taking over for Rich Hill. So one lefty replaces the other. Avilan pitching in his 31st game, 1-1 record of .360 ERA, just 20 innings, 21 hits allowed, 24 strikeouts, and 10 walks.
Yeah, fastball's 91-95, curve, which you just saw on a changeup. That's the changeup, just a little bit off the plate. Called a strike though.
Avilan, 27-year-old, native of Caracas, Venezuela.
And this is where the Angels have been very good in that 8th and 9th inning, getting those little add-on runs. Saw that yesterday in Boston against a very good pitcher, Craig Kimbrell.
2 balls, 1 strike. Maybin 1 for 3, singled, stole a base, and scored a run in the 3rd inning. 24 stolen bases now on the season for Cam. Chopper to left side. Hernandez comes in on it. Halos with just 4 hits on the night as we take a look at the in-game box score. Nel Escobar back in the lineup after dealing with a sore thumb, has 2 of those hits. Simmons the triple, Maybin with a base hit in the 3rd.
I think the numbers you look at in that box score, 3 stolen bases, 1 by Cameron Maybin, 2 by Cole Calhoun is at the plate right now.
First career 2 stolen base game for Cole. He's walked, reached down a fielder's choice, and hit a fly ball to center. He's 0 for 2. Avilan's been tough on left-handed batters. They've hit just 179 against him. Righties 368. He falls behind here. 2 balls and no strikes. This was line to left, a base hit.
Boy, we talked about that earlier. Remember, Victor, how he's staying back and lining the ball the other way? Saw that on the road trip. Saw for the since beginning of the month of June for Cole Calhoun.
First baseman number 5.
That's been one of the biggest differences for him after the first 2 months in which he struggled.
Stays back. He's got that foot down. We showed with Taylor earlier about getting that foot down as far as clearing the hips and allowing that bat head to get through and make good contact to look the other way. Cole doing the same. Stay back on that one. Well, lines it to left center field.
Cole came in batting .345 in the month of June. Here's Albert, 0 for 3 tonight. 3 fly ball outs. He'll take a strike.
Cole getting that respect now with 2 stolen bases in the game.
Feeling pretty good about himself.
Yes.
Might as well try for 3.
Yeah. Boy, Albert's had some swings and some pitches to drive. He's just missed a couple of them today. I'm frustrated.
too big of a lead for Calhoun at first. We'll flip this one out to right field. That's going to get down for a hit. Cole got a great read on it. Will turn. Try to go to third. The throw from Puig is a good one, and they got him. Even though he got a fantastic read on it, that arm of Yasiel Puig is as legit as it comes in baseball in right field.
Yeah, he's got 2 outfield assists. Reason why only 2, because not many people have challenged him. And I think Cole has to take that shot. He had a good read off the bat, saw that ball was going to be down, but Yasiel Puig did an outstanding job of getting behind this baseball, charged it well. Great throwing position, had momentum going. You talk about a laser throw, right on the money to Justin Turner to get the out at third base.
And not easy either for Puig because he played it on the second hop, kind of an in-between hop, and still threw a laser strike to third base.
What a throw. And again, you don't blame Cole for doing that. You have to be aggressive going first and third. It took a perfect throw. Well, it was a perfect throw from Puig.
Here's Escobar. Pujols over at first base. 2 outs now. You're now 2 for 3, 2 singles and a strikeout, 2 RBIs.
Boy, he had 15 outfield assists back in 2014. Like Cole Calhoun, not many base runners have tried to take that extra base on a guy with that reputation of a strong throwing arm like Puig and Cole Calhoun.
Albert, meantime, with his 2,894th career hit. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's one of those low throws, too. It doesn't allow Albert even to think about getting into scoring position himself. You have to stay rated first because it's low enough.
To 1. Which is an action of their bullpen. Keenan Middleton is getting ready. The Dodgers at the bottom of the 8th have 2, 3, 4 coming up at Taylor, Turner, and Bellinger. Just off the plate, 3-1. Albert over at first. Full count. Pujols will be on for the next pitch with 2 outs.
Curious if Escobar is able to get on base and Albert gets second or potentially third, especially at second. Would Mike Scioscia entertain the thought of a pinch runner for Albert? Big run.
Gets the running start. Escobar shoots it down the line, slicing foul. Puig going 100 miles an hour as he always does. And it's deep into the seats.
Especially after he made that throw.
Feeling pretty good.
Yes.
The second time I've seen him stretch out the legs. Even after the base hit. The bottom of the 7th, after he crossed first base, kind of stretching out there.
Yeah, he had a little bit of an issue with the leg yesterday in the game.
Albert again takes off, and down goes Escobar. Go ahead to the bottom of the 8th inning. Angels up 3-0.
Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica, the new benchmark of minivans. Test drive one at your local Chrysler dealership today.
By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by Buick. Bottom of the 8th here, Dodger Stadium, the opener of the Freeway Series. Angels up by the score of 3-0. Cam Bedrosian got back-to-back strikeouts to finish off the 7th. Keenan Middleton takes over here in the 8th. For Keenan, it'll be his 26th Major League appearance. 2-0 and a 3.27 ERA, 23 strikeouts, 10 walks in 22 innings of work, and he gets the heart of the order for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Chris Taylor, Justin Turner, Cody Bellinger coming up. Taylor, 1 for 3. First one's way outside.
And the key for Keenan always is stay under control. Don't try to overthrow. Gifted with a great arm. Fastball 95 to 99. It's even touched 100. Very good slider. Throw an occasional changeup, but out of the bullpen here, just going with 2 pitches.
This one's flared out toward right center field. Not very deep. Maben coming on. He will haul it in for out number 1.
Boy, what a great read off the bat. Cameron Maben got on that one to track that one down off the bat. It looked like it had a shot of falling in the outfield. That quick first step for Maben. Tracked it down. Solid play in center. Off the bat, thinking in terms that might fall in, but that quick first step, closing speed, runs it down. Cameron Maben.
Turner 0 for 3, a fly ball to center and a couple of ground outs.
98-mile-an-hour fastball at the knees.
Turner thought that pitch was a little bit low.
Look at our Fox track's going to get that lower part of the strike zone. Easy follow through for Middleton to get that strike. There's that nasty breaker ball, 89-mile-an-hour slider.
Oh, 2. Breaking ball. Great start tonight for Ricky Nolasco. 6 1/3, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, no runs. The tech fouls it off.
99-mile-an-hour fastball from Middleton. Mentioned those numbers earlier tonight on fastballs for Turner. Over 450. Late on that one.
Cody Bellinger on deck. 1-2 out toward center. In on the hands just enough. Maben squeezes it. Ground number 2.
Boy, this gets fun now. You remember in New York when Keenan Middleton faced Aaron Judge. He'll punch him out. Now the other outstanding rookie. This one in the National League, in Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger tonight a walk and a couple of strikeouts. Here we go.
You love this right here. The challenge of a great young hitter and a youngster establish himself on the mound with that power fastball of 98. That's a pretty good pitch.
Maybe it's up to count at a ball and a strike.
I think that's where you pitch Bellinger also. Fastball there. If you're going to throw him a fastball at the knees away.
See Maldonado setting up outside. But again, you're right. That is the pitch he's looking to turn and burn. And so far, he's gotten those pitches, and he's made the most of all of the pitches.
Yeah.
He's got.
Definitely has a pretty swing. There's no doubting that. What a swing for Bellinger.
Such an upright stance with the hands up high. One, two. Breaking ball. Did he go? No.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
It was so wicked. Almost turned the whole body and brought the bat across the plate.
That's strong.
Yeah, I don't know
that.
how you hold back from not swinging there. I think he did.
And down goes Bellinger.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
For Keenan Middleton, he's pumped up.
We had a
Bellinger
nice
looking at him.
3-0. Halos lead it.
Nasty slider to get a swing and miss. Love the reaction from Middleton. Baseball break. The Arizona Diamondbacks continue to play outstanding baseball themselves. 15-3 in the last 18. They beat the Phillies at home 6-1. They're averaging just under 7 runs per game. Cole Hamels, his first start back since April 26, had a big lead but gave up 7 earned runs in 4 1/3. Rangers were up at 1.9-2, lost 15-9 to Cleveland. And let's take a look at our showstopper around the majors here at Dodger Stadium. Bellinger at the plate. Middleton on the mound. Nasty slider. Inside part of the plate. Gets a swing and miss. And the emotion for Keenan Middleton, what he's developed and turned into in a key moment facing that part of the lineup. Punched out Aaron Judge in New York in a similar situation. And Bellinger with that look over to Middleton. What do you like to see? Competitive.
I love it. Two guys with half a second in the big leagues.
Yes. And you know what? You see hitters, they go deep, take their time going around the bases. That's a little energy and enthusiasm from a pitcher.
Yeah. Sergio Romo, the veteran, on here in the 9th inning. The Angels up 3-0. 34-year-old. Native of Brawley, California. First season with the Dodgers. 1-1, a 5.56 ERA. This will be his 28th game. Simmons, Maldonado, Espinosa. Dribbler up the third base line. Turner tried to get it in fair territory. It's called foul.
Yeah, Romo not overpowering with that fastball. It's 85, 88 range. Slider. He'll throw a slider and then he'll throw a slider. And then an occasional changeup.
1-1. Slider lifted out toward left. Taylor moving over toward the foul line. 1 away. Avilan pitched a scoreless 8th inning, giving up a couple of hits. The Angels getting action going in their bullpen for the 9th. David Hernandez cranking it up. Dodgers in the 9th will have Grandal, Peterson, and Puig. Martin Maldonado 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a lineout.
Well, against Romo, who's a right-handed batter, you got to think in terms of driving the ball to right center field. A lot of pitches, a lot of those sliders well off the outside corner. If he makes a mistake in, adjust, turn on it, but think big part of the field against him.
That is pulled to left and hit well. Taylor will watch this one go. How about some insurance? Big fly from Martin Maldonado, his 8th of the season. 4-0 Angels.
Well, what do we say about that mistake on the inner half, turning on it? Well, he did so once again. 8th home run of the season for Martin Maldonado. Well, you talk about staying back on a pitch, drifted, stayed right down the heart of the plate, turns on it, gets it out quickly. Got around that pitch, a lot of the plate, and out of the ballpark for Maldonado. It's a great sound off the bat for Martin.
There's Yanni Espinosa, spins around to hit from the left side for the first time tonight. He'll flip one out to left center field. He's on board with a 1-out single. 1-for-2 game for Danny.
Also that big sac fly early in the game in the 4th inning.
Eric Young Jr. spins around as well. 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a ground out.
Imagine Espinosa may be on the move here.
Nothing here in the 9th. No balls, 2 strikes. Check in on Espinosa. David Hernandez still up in the pen. No longer a save opportunity for him. 0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ben Revere's come out to the on deck circle. Pitcher spot 2 up next. Jr. goes down, swing for the third time tonight, 2 down. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Only 2 teams, American League West, playing today. The Angels and the Texas Rangers. The Texas Rangers at one point had a 9-2 lead against Cleveland. Indians ended up winning 15-9. Boston over Minnesota. Chicago outlasted Chicago 6-5, or New York, I should say, outlasted Chicago 6-5. Arizona, the Cubs, Giants. Actually, it'll be Valbuena coming up to pinch hit instead of Revere. Gets called back. Game for Cleveland Indians. They had 28 at-bats with men in scoring position tonight.
28?
28 at-bats. Easily the most in the big leagues this year, and the most since 2013 when the Giants had 29 in a game against the Dodgers. The Angels had the season high last year. Buena takes low. That was a game against Boston, which ended up winning 21-2. Orioles were 13 for 27 in that game.
That's pretty good.
We were off that game.
Yes.
Right? That's the game CJ
We were
Cron
waving
got
everybody home watching the game.
Did Cron get hit in that game?
Yeah, what do you have, 6 hits in that game? A big game, I know that.
He got hit in Baltimore. Not but a week or two later. 2 balls, no strikes on Valbuena. Well, he's at 193 on the season. He's 1 for 6 as a pinch hitter with a couple of runs batted in. Great help. He wants the walk. 4-pitch walk. It's 2 on with 2 outs. Top of the order coming up in Maven now.
Number 9, Cameron Maven.
Cameron's had a 1 for 4 game with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. Slider catches the corner. Martin Maldonado with a 1-out home run here tonight to extend the lead to 4-0. 8 hits tonight for the Angels. Dodgers with 5. This is popped up. Grandal behind the plate. Mask on. Puts it away for the 3rd out. The Angels get that insurance run. Hopefully it's enough by Martin Maldonado, his 8th of the season.
What a swing that was. That mistake by Romo. And quick through the baseball and drives it out to left. Home run number 8 for Maldonado.
7th. Gooby closed the door with a couple of strikeouts. Keenan Middleton did his thing in the 8th.
And I think where you talk about success, why the club has been pretty good, that's the one explanation we've been able to give everybody we talk to. It's been the bullpen. And the exceptional arms and the punch-out capabilities out of the bullpen this season. Swing and miss pitchers and very effective. Cam Bedrosian, Keenan Middleton so far in this game now. David Hernandez trying to close it out.
4-0 here in the 9th inning. David Hernandez pitching this 28th game. No record at 2.19 ERA. Grandal, Peterson, Puig coming up for the Dodgers here in the 9th. Yasmani Grandal tonight 0 for 2 with a walk, a pop up to short, and a fly ball to center field. Hernandez pitched Saturday at Boston, went 1 inning, 2 punch outs, 16 pitches. One, 1-2. David and the Angels trying to close it out for Ricky Nolasco. This one's fouled off and out of play. 7-game losing streak for Nolasco. Winless in his last 10 starts. His last win, April 27th against Oakland. Man, oh man, he was on tonight. Ground ball, Pujols to the backhand. Hernandez is covering. One down.
Now it's time for the Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. Going back and talking about that outstanding night for Ricky Nolasco. You go back to that first inning, that swing and miss against Jock Peterson with the bases loaded. Then he had command of both his curveball, slider, his fastball was solid, his splitter the same. Had the hitters off balance throughout the entire game, including one of the best hitters and hottest hitters in the game, and Cody Bellinger looking on that two-seam fastball inside.
Jock Peterson 0 for 3. Beach ball down to the right field corner. It's not bad. 9th inning for the first one.
Yeah, quite a bit of time. Usually see it happen a lot more often. Oh, we'll take it.
Foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. For Nolasco, it was that first inning. I know we've talked about it a couple of times tonight. Gave up the leadoff double to Utley. Got 2 outs quickly on 2 hard-hit baseballs by Taylor and Turner. Turner just missing a home run. And then walked Bellinger. Grandal to load him up. Struck out Peterson to get out of it. Peterson lifts it high and deep down the right field line. This one's looking foul and out of play.
But like we said, you can gain confidence if you get through that inning. Even though some baseballs were hit hard, he threw some pitches. But right after he was able to get that strikeout, you could see in Ricky's body language that he got through his tough inning, and he pitched very well from that point forward.
We'll say one thing about Nolasco, and it's easy in a season like this to get down and be chapped, take it out on guys, and be short with media. He's answered the bell every time. He's fought every start.
That's a great point, Victor. He's been very, very cordial in all the conversations we've had with him. And it's easy to kind of go away and shy away from conversations when you're not doing well.
Right.
That usually tells what kind of a person you are. It's easy to be happy and smiling and talking to everybody when you're doing well, but when things aren't going well,
You just got to fight through it, and he fought through it and pitched a great game against a very hot team in the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Time called. 1-2 count on Peterson, 1 out. Yasiel Puig on deck. Two. Jesse Chavez on the mound tomorrow night. Kenta Maeda on the mound for the Dodgers. 2-2. That's a pretty good pitch. Full count.
See how close this is to the strike zone. Touching that lower part of the strike zone.
Payoff pitch. And Peterson works the walk. Comando with 1 out here in the 9th. Here comes Puig. 2-hit game for Yasiel. 2 singles and a ground out. Puig has grounded into 13 double plays this year. Pujols playing behind Peterson. And first one grounded to second base. Should be 2. Is it the 14th double play? It is. Light that baby up as the Angels shut out the Dodgers in the opener of the Freeway Series 4-0 tonight.
Boy, just the second time the Dodgers have been shut out here at the Big. They had a 10-game win streak going, 16 of 17. But the old saying, good pitching will beat even the hottest of hitters. And that's what happened here today. Some solid efforts throughout. Some speed, created a couple runs. Big base hit with second and third for Escobar. Home run by Martin Maldonado. But what a job by the entire staff, led by Ricky Nolasco, Cam Bedrosian, Keenan Middleton, and finished up by David Hernandez.
Ricky Nolasco picks up the win, his 3rd of the season, snapping that 10-start winless string. And I'm sure it's a big weight off his shoulders, being able to come into this ballpark and limit this very good offense to no runs, pitching into the 7th inning.
And you know the conversation was all the home runs that they have hit at home and how many consecutive games they have hit a home run. And Nolasco's given up some home runs, yet he